Yellow.
Roy?
Hey, what's up, Richard?
Well, I've landed.
You're working too hard, Richard.
I'm a one-armed paper hanger, man. I've been, I got up this morning. We got a lot of the background on our farm. Some of it hadn't been broken for 50 years, and it rained pretty good. And I've been getting up and going in the afternoons and hunting arrowheads, but it gets dark on me once it cools off. So I've been getting up early the past couple of mornings, about 6 o'clock, getting into the backfields and looking for arrowheads and what have you. And I got off guard. I got caught off guard. I knew I had to meet you, and then my granddaughters called me, and there's a place about 5 miles from here that makes that old-time macaroni and cheese, and they put that Velveeta cheese and milk and all that in it, and
the important stuff.
But my granddaughters begged me to go get them some, so you know how that goes.
You actually find arrowheads?
Yeah, I guess I call myself a self-proclaimed archaeologist. I've been hunting points since discovering caves and all that sort of thing ever since I was about 6 years old. And we live on our farm starts. We've got about 700 acres here in southern Kentucky, and it's the Beaver Creek, which supplies the big Beaver Creek boat ramp. A lot of guys around there have been there fishing, I'm sure.
Is it just
it starts on our farm and runs through it, and then there's a whole lot of activity from as far as the Aboriginal all the way up to the Cherokee and other Indian nations that camped here and hunted. You know, Kentucky's known as the bloody hunting ground. So we're kind of right in the middle of that. But I as a child, I got very interested in it with my dad, and I don't hunt anywhere off our farm. I'm only interested in things that grow up on our farm or were found on our farm.
Now, your farm, is that tobacco? Is that just a tobacco farm that you have now?
Say what, sir?
What kind of farm is it? Tobacco?
Well, we've got tobacco, and then, of course, Fred and I, we're on the road all the time. My brother plays drums, so all of our buddies that we grew up with are professional farmers, and they got these big John Deere combines and such, and so they raise a lot of beans and corn on their farm.
How do you have time to do all that when you're doing concerts and everything?
Well, we just, one-armed paper hanger, man. I mean, we take care of it. I make all the deals on the farm stuff, and then Fred and I've got about 80 head of beef cattle, and we try to keep on the farm. The farm grow up, it doesn't have cattle on it, and so we've got about 80 head of cattle we keep with calves and that sort of thing.
Good gosh.
We see about that, but our buddies that we grew up with, they all do the beans and corn, and then another buddy does the tobacco.
So how many shows are you doing a year now?
Oh, we'll probably do 75 or so, and we'll be on the road about 140, 50 days a year.
Good gosh. Now, are you excited? Now, May 25th.
It's fixing to get crazy. I mean, it's fixing to get crazy. I mean, it's been a slow spring. Last year, in March, we played 9 shows, and we played about 7 in April, but it's been very slow this year. But all of a sudden, everybody said, oh, wait a minute, we got to get the Headhunters book. So starting from May till October, November, I won't hunt. I deer hunt, so I don't book anything after the first week of November for a while. But we'll do a lot of shows. I mean, we'll be gone a whole lot. And then we're going to go back to England. I started flying again a few years ago thanks to my son's band, Blackstone Cherry, threatening my life.
Yeah, it was the longest time before you'd get on a plane, right?
Excuse me, sir?
I said it was the longest time before you'd get on a plane, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, when you've got these big brutes, these kids, see, Blackstone Cherry, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Blackstone Cherry. That's my son's band. But I got them started. They started out on the same old farmhouse down here on the farm as us. And we had the old farmhouse. Our grandma gave it to us in 1968. And we still all rehearse and write songs there and get together for powwows, that sort of thing. And but anyway, they went to Europe and just exploded in 2005, and so they show out like Wembley Arena and things like that over there, big stuff. And they kept getting people to radio and newspapers to say, well, when's your dad's band coming over? And they'd say, well, probably never. Daddy won't fly. So anyway, they got tired of hearing it, so they collared me, and they booked a show on us. We went over to Sweden, and it was a great thing. I broke out the cold sweat when I found it. You know, it's one of those things, Roy, when you say yes to something to get them off your back, but you really mean no, something to go away. It was kind of one of those situations, and I said, okay, I'll get on the plane, whatever, you know. And so anyway, they called me back a week later and said, okay, Daddy, we got y'all booked in Sweden, and it's going to be several bands from over there, and plus Queen's a headliner.
Yeah,
and
well,
I didn't sleep 3 months. I broke out the cold sweat, but I knew I had to do it. So I went over there, and before I could get back home, they called and said, okay, Daddy, we got you booked opening for us at the Ram Man Fair over in England, which is like 30,000 people, in Moat Park, England, outside of London. And I thought, well, if I'm going to have to go back over there and do this, I'm going to book more shows. So we booked 7 more shows in some big rock clubs, and then we played the summer concert.
Now, back to the music real quick. We know, everybody that knows we're talking to you, of course, knows some of your bigger hits, but they also wanted to know, are you doing anything new? Are you writing any new songs right now? Or are y'all just sticking with the old classics that everybody's familiar with?
Well, we do both, Roy. You know, we've recorded 14 albums over the years, and of course, 2015 we had a #1 blues album with the late great Rock and Roll Hall of Fame pianist, Mr. Johnny Johnson.
Oh wow!
And then we just, as I said, we went over with my son's band to play over in England, and we recorded a live album there at Ramblin' Man Festival. So it came out January the 11th, and we're very excited about that.
That's actually pretty cool.
Now, where did the name Kentucky Headhunters come from? I know you were Itchy Brothers. Where did you come up with Kentucky
Headhunters? 20
Headhunters?
years.
Kentucky Headhunters is a lot better name.
We had some great opportunities in our life. We were actually courted by Capitol Records in the early 70s, or mid-70s. And, of course, the label kind of dissolved, so that never happened. And then we actually, the people that owned it was the group Led Zeppelin, on their own record label.
Yeah, I've heard of them once or twice.
And it's called One Song Records, and they all became interested in us, and we were actually being groomed to be on the label. And of course, unfortunately, the drummer, John Bonham, passed away, which unfortunately dissolved the label, and sadly enough, the band, like Led Zeppelin. So, it was a very sad time for us because we've been playing a long time, and somehow or another we just, in 1986 we kind of changed the name and morphed into the Kentucky Headhunters, and we had our own radio show called The Chisholm Show, and people became very excited about it. And it was actually happening at a time when, there's a window that opened up in country music where they had the Southern Rock, Steve Earle, Light Yoakum was happening. It was just a roots movement, and we were fortunate enough to be there at that particular time.
Well, you won a Grammy. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So where is that?
We did.
Where is that Grammy right now?
I don't know. No, I'm kidding. No, my wife is great. She's the purveyor of keeping up with all those kind of things, and we have a couple of shadow boxes things in our house with lights on, and he keeps up with them for us. But the biggest thrill for us is to be able to accomplishment is to play 51 years together. You know.
I mean, that is amazing.
That's kind of the award we get. You know.
Now, the different genres that, people associate with you, country, southern rock, did y'all ever consider doing anything different like gangster rap or anything of that nature?
Well, you never know. I mean, we've done blues albums. We've experienced in all markets. And you got to understand, Roy, we grew up on a farm here where there were a lot of the families' farms around here, some were white folks and some African American people, and we all traded out work, together. So we've been exposed to everything from I don't know, rock and roll is our main bag, English rock, and then the blues and the great black gospel spirituals we heard in the fields, working in the fields and that sort of thing. So, I don't discount it, but I kind of doubt it.
Just wonder. I mean, the boy bands are starting to come back too. So you do have kind of a boy band look, about you. So I just never knew.
Well, I mean, listen, I appreciate all kinds of music. You can't be narrow-minded. So, but it's like, I'm yet to find where the common thread is with hip hop, with what we do, and if I ever do, look out.
And now, what was you've had a long career. What was one moment that you could say, "Hey, that stands out above all the rest"?
Playing with Johnny Johnson.
Really?
I thought you were going to say.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say this.
Everything.
I thought you were going to say this interview. Come on.
Who?
I thought you were going to say this interview right now was the number one thing.
Well, we're having a good time. I will tell you that I have an echo in my ears, so I'm having to play that song.
Oh, you're fine. Look, we're not going to keep you. We know you are a swamped man. But is there anything that you want any of the listeners, any of the groupies that we have going to be out there following you to know when you get out here on May 25th?
Well, I think the main thing that everybody needs to know is the Kentucky Headhunters are just one family band, and everyone should come out. I know this is going to be a great festival. Also, I think our good brothers, Marshall Tucker Band, are playing with us, right?
Yeah, we just talked with Doug about 2 days ago. He did an interview with us.
Oh, my goodness, you should ask Doug about me and him. We have a relationship.
Well, we're going to come out and we're going to be out there a little bit early and spend time with Doug. And we'd love to have you come over and spend time with us also.
I think you should get both of us together.
That'll work.
Yeah, we just got off the Southern Rock cruise in January. We went to Mexico together.
That'll work. We'll get you guys both together.
Yeah, he showed us some.
Blackstone Cherry, Leonard Skinner, a whole bunch of bands.
Yeah, he said something about some videos he's going to use for blackmail against you. I'm not sure what that is yet.
I'm speechless. I wouldn't put that above Doug.
Well, man, we're going to let you get back to the farm. We know you got a lot of stuff going on, but we appreciate the time that you gave to us, and we look forward to seeing you on May 25th.
Now, we'll touch base with Lance.
Well, I got to go up there and help Fred. He's up here on a Super 8 tractor plowing my son in Blackstone Cherry's garden for him. He's getting a late start on it, but y'all would enjoy seeing us yesterday. We have there used to be an old grist mill about 100 years ago on our farm, and right off the spring there on the creek, and so we decided we were going to move it because it's right next to John Fred's house, and all these grandmas and everything come up there to see the grandkids. They almost back into this great big giant millstone. It was about 2.5, 3 feet tall. I don't know why they can't see it, but anyway, John Fred and I spent the afternoon moving this thing about 30 feet, and it probably weighs 1,000 pounds.
Holy crap!
But we had my John Deere tractor and Fred's Massey Ferguson, and it was something to see. But we've already got it fixed, and we've got a bunch of iris planted around it, and it looks beautiful.
Wow!
So I'm fixing to go up there, but listen, everybody come out May 25th. We're going to have a monster time, and some of the best Southern rock and blues you'll ever hear, and anytime you can think of it.
And we'll send Lance our information, and we'll meet with you and Doug before the show.
I want to do that. You just you call me back day of, and we'll get together.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
that'll work. You take care now. Don't work too hard.
See
I
you,
won't. I'm going to hunt airheads this evening.
see you, Richard. Appreciate the time, man.
We'll see y'all, boy.
Take care.
Bye.
Was that great or what? Even though we had we'll edit a lot of that out. But that was Richard with Kentucky Headhunters, and they're coming to Magic Springs with a concert with Marshall Tucker Band on May 25th. And we're going to be there. We're going to go there a little bit early and sit down and meet with them. And we'll get another video of all of us together.
It'll actually be a good concert.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
And,
'cause they've got some good songs, and of course Marshall Tucker's got some great songs.
What's the big song for Kentucky Headhunters?
Dumas Walker.
Dumas Walker. I mean, these guys are both of them are they won Grammys and country music awards.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, they're big
I
time.
didn't know where it was.
Yeah, his wife keeps all his stuff in a shadow box. Won't tell him where it's at though. Man, he's out there on the farm and everything. You
I
know,
know it. You got a Grammy.
growing
you don't need
tobacco.
To do anything else.
I didn't know people grew tobacco.
Tobacco.
yeah, especially during 420 parties.
Yeah, that's what it's called. But we're out of here. But we'll definitely keep you updated on the other interviews that we have coming up around the bend. A whole bunch of them, village people.
Village people, and let's see, we got
98
Ricky
Degrees,
Skaggs.
Ricky
I can't wait for that.
Skaggs.
Ricky Skaggs, that guy's got a ton of Grammys. When you start talking about Grammys, he's got like 8 or 9 Grammys.
And an aunt.
And an aunt, a Grammy. Hey, Grammy, take those teeth out. Ooh. I didn't mean it that way.
Okay, I don't know where you're going. I'm getting out of here.
I didn't mean it that way. But anyway, www.arkansasshowcaseradio.org show is the way that you can see all these videos and all our interviews with everybody. And we're out of here. We'll see you May 25th in Magic Springs.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See ya.